Today's show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download plus a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/RRN Live. Audible is the leading brand in audiobooks with over 150,000 titles to choose from. Again, that's audibletrial.com/RRN Live to receive a 30-day free trial and a free audiobook download.
It's Black Friday, November 28th, 2014. I am hashtag RDM Russell Devin McLain. Happy late Thanksgiving week, whatever you want to call it. I got an awesome show today. I'm joined by Rachel Faulkner. If you're not familiar with Rachel, she is one to watch as she's rising to the top in Hollywood with her work, including the Hillbilly Horror Show, co-hosting with Bo Keister. Right along, too, with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. She's also doing all kinds of great stuff. She was featured in Maxim not too long ago, which is a popular modeling magazine. Speaking of Hillbilly Horror Show, we have partnered with Filthy Fingers Production to help promote Hillbilly Horror Show Volume 5. If you go to the hillbillyhorrorshow.com, you will see the Radio Random Network banner. That's right. You can also sign up and enter in a contest to win a walk-on role for Season 5. You'll be on set with Bo Keister from Remember the Titans. And he was also a guest of mine on here not too long ago. And Rachel Faulkner, who plays Kissing Cousin Lulu on the show. And, hell, you never know, you might get casted as Lulu's love interest. I've entered a few times myself. So, Bo, if you're listening, just putting a good word in for myself. Never was one to want to be an actor, but, you know, you never can tell. I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Let's pay a bill. When we come back, we'll talk some shout-outs, give some updates, and talk a little bit about 2015. Let's crank it up. We'll be right back.
Hot dang! Ever want to be on a wacky TV show? Well, here's your chance.
Oh,
Hillbilly Horror Show is having a contest, and the winner gets a walk-on role in Hillbilly Horror Show Volume 5. Hang out on set with the cast, and yeah, fellas, that means hanging with the lovely Miss Lulu featured in Maxim.
You smell like the inside of my mama's purse.
Head on over to hillbillyhorrorshow.com to enter and join in the fun. And be sure to check out Hillbilly Horror Show Volumes 1 and 2, now out on DVD at major retailers and Amazon.
All right. January 2015 is going to be a huge month for the Radio Random Network. We're starting out with a bang. We have acquired some premier partnerships and sponsors. DraftKings.com, Audible, TiVo. How about that? Hey, at Adidas. Did you hear me? I said Adidas is endorsing the show now. Jamplay as well. And you can go check out all the cool banners at RRN Online. And I also have a few things up for Black Friday, Black Saturday, which is a thing online, and Cyber Monday. I'm talking maybe 40% off some Adidas and much, much more. The guests are getting better. Sounds of Louisiana will be kicking off here soon with our special guest, Wayne Toops, the return of Mudtooth. By the way, iHeartRadio, yeah, we'll be kicking the doors in 2015. I'm going to predict probably the middle of the month, the middle of January. So, thanks again for all the support. And by the way, there are many ways to support. You can visit our sponsors by going to rrnonline.com. You can tell a friend. You can rate and review or subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And if you would like to advertise or sponsor the Radio Random Network, you can contact Tanya at rrnonline.com. She's handling all the sales and everything now. Hey, I want to give some shout outs. One of my favorite parts of the show. Shout out to Clint Morris, October Coast PR. OctoberCoastPR.com. They'll help you out for any inspiring actor or anything out there. You can go visit October Coast PR. They'll hook you up if you need some PR work, or they do all kind of consulting and management stuff. Bob Tolar, Racket Sound Lighting and DJ Services. The cast of the Hillbilly Horror Show, Tanya Halford, Jimmy Starr, the Jimmy Starr Show, Spectrum Music Group, and big shout out to Randy the Animal Porter. And he's got a pretty cool thing coming up here shortly. I can't discuss it, but I'm sure you'll find out real soon. But hung out with him and Relentless the other night at Laguna Beach Daiquiri. Shout out to Tony Gyro and the staff over there. Great place to go hang out, go hear good music. But hey, that's all I got for you today. Next week, we're going to have a great guest. And I want to thank everybody once again for helping and supporting and liking, subscribing. It means a lot to me. We've came far. We're still on the rise, and hopefully it'll stay that way. You know, good people, some dreams, and a lot of hard work is all it takes to make it in the world today. And what else do I got to say? I can't say anything else, so we got to put 3 of them here on the show. So let's pay a bill and let's talk to Ms.Rachel Faulkner. Oh, by the way, I did my best with the audio this week. Everything was rushed because of the holidays and stuff. So, you know, I do apologize if there's any skipping or anything with the audio on the interview this week. I really do apologize. It was a little rushed. You know, we had a lot of things going on, but needless to say, you know, Miss Rachel got her point across, and I think you'll enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, I can't help it. It's just the way it come out this week. It happens. We have those weeks where everything is superb. Everything is great. Then we have those weeks whenever we're doing the interviews, and, you know, we got to do the interviews with Skype with these celebrities. They call me, they call in, or I call them. And a lot of times maybe, you know, Cox Cable down here in Louisiana, they really suck. You know, I'm not afraid to say that, and that's not allegedly, that's the truth. And the internet is horrible sometimes. So sometimes the connection is bad, and sometimes we get some interference. But hey, we're making it work. We're making it happen. Nobody's usually complaining but me. But anyway, at any rate, it's all good. Don't forget to visit audibletrial.com/RRN live to get your 30-day free trial and free audiobook download. Don't forget to visit www.rrnonline.com. Visit some more of our sponsors, and got a lot of cool things coming up. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited for the new year. And, well, I'm tired of wasting time. Let's pay a bill. Let's crank it up. And let's talk to Ms. Rachel Faulkner.
This is the Radio Random Network. Connect with us on social media at Radio RDM Network on Twitter and Facebook.com/RDM Jams. Rate us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Enjoy the show and crank it up.
Joining me today on the Radio Random Network, she is the co-host of the Hillbilly Horror Show alongside Bo Keister. She's also in the featured film Ride Along 2 with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. I'm talking about none other than film and TV star Rachel Faulkner. Rachel, how are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm finding a little cold, but no complaints. It seems like you've been busy and you have a lot of projects. How's everything going for you these days, Rachel?
Yeah, I mean, they're going pretty good. I took a drastic change lately. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. So now I'm living in sunny Los Angeles. And just really took a leap with my career and hoping it's for the best. Things have been going really smoothly, and I've had a lot of auditions going on, so I'm hoping that was the right choice. It seems to be.
How are things going on the set of the Hillbilly Horror Show these days? Are y'all gearing up for, what, season 5?
Yeah, we are. They're going great. We just filmed season 4, or volume 4 rather, like a few months back. We're gearing up to film volume 5 in the next few months, probably actually next month. But they're going really well. We have volume 1 now on DVD. Volume 2 is ready for pre-order, so we're kicking in those DVD sales and just really having an awesome time.
Can you give us a little insight on where it all began? How did you get involved in the entertainment industry, so to speak?
Yeah. So my sophomore year of college, I was approached by a friend who just did a little test shoot with me, and he, told me, like, hey, this went really well. You should try and do this on the side while you're in college because those people don't really have time for a full-time job. And I said, sure, why not? I put a little portfolio together, put some images up online, and before I knew it, I started getting a lot of gigs. That was just about 2 years ago. And then a year ago, a casting director approached me about doing just some extra work for Discovery Channel shows in the area, which they film a lot in Virginia, where I went to school. And I had never thought about acting, I'm going to be honest with you, but once I was on set, I realized how much I liked being on set, and I loved the presence of everyone around me, the crew, the cast. Like, just everyone had a very upbeat, positive attitude, and it soon became my new artistic outlet. So now I continue to do both, and I'm super excited about what my career has really developed to be.
Now, aside from acting, you're also a model as well, correct?
Yeah, I have some featured images on Maxim.com, and I also have international publications out for a magazine called Tatastu, which is a yoga and meditation magazine. I've been working on a lot of projects lately. Modeling has a special place in my heart, for sure.
How is it working with the likes of Bo Keister on the set of the Hillbilly Horror Show? He's I guess he's a man of a lot of hats on the set.
Yeah, for sure.
So how is it working with him?
It's awesome working with Bo. He looks out for me a lot, especially because my character doesn't exactly always wear that much clothing, so he's always making sure I feel comfortable on set and helping me out, keeping me updated with the show, what's going on with production, and just really being accommodating of my schedule and everyone else's as well. He's a great guy to have, a producer as well as a co-host.
You're also going to be in the featured film Ride Along 2 alongside Kevin Hart and Ice Cube and Kim Ji-young. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, that was an awesome experience. That was honestly probably the biggest role I've done so far. It was the first role where I came dead and I had my own trailer and double, and that was a huge moment for me. I remember calling my dad in the trailer with pretty much happy tears. Dad, oh my God, I have a trailer. It was just so surreal. It was awesome working with Kevin and Ice Cube as well as Kim Ji-young. Super funny guys, awesome to work with, and I'm really excited to see the movie.
Now, you've done featured films and television series. Can you tell us your favorite out of the two?
That's a hard question. I'm going to say both, but it also really depends on the role. I'm looking to get into more TV series just because I like having that reoccurring role as well as having just a different scenario to go off of each time, so it's not always the same story. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that'll come up soon here. There's a lot going on in Los Angeles, and they're casting a lot in Los Angeles as well for Atlanta production, so that should be in the works soon.
I see you also have been featured on South Beach Towing.
Yep.
That's a reality series. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I was a girlfriend of this typical Jersey Shore kind of boyfriend type, and he raises Cain, and I basically lie about the scenario that I'm flirting with one of the tow truck guys, and he comes on set and raises a big fight, and I'm the girlfriend that causes the drama in that.
But that's reality TV. It's scripted? You're telling me it's scripted?
Somewhat scripted. I mean, there's a general plot, but the thing is a lot of these scenarios are very true, and the business that South Beach Show is filmed in is operating as a real business the whole time we're filming. So it was amazing to me how people will really go crazy when their car is towed. I mean, I understand I've had my car towed before, but when we were filming, people would walk in and just really play out these scenarios, and I understand where they got the idea from the show.
Yeah, he was talking about moving from the East Coast to the West Coast. Now, that's a drastic change.
For sure.
So, I mean, how are you handling that?
I like to think I'm handling it nicely. I mean, it is, like you were saying, a very big change. I lived in Georgia and Virginia and Miami as well, so I always had that Southern girl in me. But I do love the weather here in California, and I also love the fact that there's so many different things you can do. Just the other weekend, I climbed Mount Baldy, which is, I think it was around 11,000 or 10,000 feet high, and you would never see that elevation anywhere where I lived before. So it's cool that there's a lot of options of outdoor activities and people you can meet and stuff like that.
Now, is that legal, climbing that mountain, Mount Baldy? Was that legal, or is that something that you just decided to do?
Yes, it is legal.
Being the Southern girl and everything, I mean.
No, it's legal.
All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stop right here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about your character on the Hillbilly Horror Show, Lulu. We will also talk about your future in Hollywood. Don't go nowhere. On the line with Rachel Faulkner. We'll be right back.
Yeehaw! Hillbilly Horror Show, the series Wicked Channel gives 9 out of 10 stars, is now on DVD. BestHorrorMovies.com says it's a lot of fun, and I'm itching for more.
It sure is.
If you love horror films and want to see the lovely Lulu played by Rachel Faulkner featured in Maxim strutting around in her Daisy Dukes,
Pretty as a hog wallering in the mud.
then Hillbilly Horror Show is for you. Grab your copy at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or visit us on the web at hillbillyhorrorshow.com.
All right, it's Black Friday, and we here on the Radio Random Network with the one and only Ms.Rachel Faulkner. Now, Rachel, do you think it surprised Bo and the other cast members when you were approached about how they wanted your character, Lulu, portrayed in the Hillbilly Horror Show, and you were comfortable and so accepting of the role?
Yeah, it was funny. He sent me a picture the first time. When I got casted, he was telling me about all the outfits. He didn't want to describe what he was going for.
The Southern gentleman, he didn't want to offend you in any way.
Yeah.
And working with Ice Cube, how was that experience?
It was good. Honestly, he doesn't talk a lot on set. He was pretty busy. He's a producer, and I believe possibly a director as well for that movie. So he had a very authoritative figure. But, he was constantly on his microphone or walkie, making sure everything was running smoothly.
Now, you're also featured in The Nice Guys. Can you tell us a little bit about that film?
It just wrapped up with that. The production's still filming, but I was in Atlanta for a week and a half filming that, and that was really cool. It was a big party scene, so we were filming at nights. Definitely chilly, so my West Coast, I'm already used to this California cold. I went over there, and I'm like, oh, God, I do miss the South, but I don't.
How did you get involved with modeling?
So with modeling, like I was saying earlier, I had a friend do a test shoot with me, and then he kind of just suggested that I go forth with modeling, and I never really thought about it, and I think I liked it from the artist perspective, but I also liked it from the business side too, because it gave me an outlet to just really be independent and make a name for myself from.
All this pretty much started happening within the, I guess, as you was a sophomore in college. This wasn't something that, like, as a kid, you wasn't like, I want to be an actor when I grow up. You was just...
No, it was totally random. I mean, I enjoyed being in front of the camera when I was little. I did dance, and then I did all-star cheerleading, so I was used to performing on a stage, and they would take photos. But other than that, I mean, there's never really that die-hard, like, I want to be this when I grow up feeling. I was still pretty unsure what I wanted to do.
What was your major in college?
My major was exercise science, so a lot of colleges will call it kinesiology as well. It's very medical-based, pretty much the same curriculum as biology, really.
Now, you've also, you're an award winner.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that until just now.
Yeah.
You were, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was super awesome. I was not even expecting to be nominated for an award. I never knew a modeling award even existed, so that really was the highlight of my career so far.
So, what are some other highlights of you?
Probably honestly all the travel that I've done. I'm a huge traveler. I love meeting new people across the country and just getting the chance to go to California for the first time, going to Texas, Miami, just networking with all those people. It's been an amazing experience.
Yes, indeed. Now, if you had anything you can, or any advice you could share to maybe some, a young up-and-coming model or actress that maybe want to follow in your footsteps, what would that be?
Yeah, of course. I would say, and make sure this is what you want to do, because it's going to take a lot of dedication. This industry can get really shaky, as many know. So you really have to build up your confidence and ensure that, this is your dream, this is what you want to do. Maybe not necessarily for the rest of your life, but for a while, because once you're in the industry, you are in, and your name will get out quick. Also, surround yourself around people that will really inspire you and give you motivation, because there will be those low times in your career, because it's very much so a roller coaster. It's not going to be consistent. There's going to be dead times. So if you have that support base, you're going to keep pulling through.
A lot of things go on. A lot of things happen in this industry. How do you handle your critics?
Oh, boy. Honestly, it's inevitable. It's kind of hard to not happen. I've really developed this personality by being in this industry, where I really don't care. I mean, that's going to sound kind of rough, but things don't faze me the way they used to. I don't know if that's maybe a maturity thing, but when I was younger, I used to get emotionally involved, and, you know, I'd be like, stuff would bring me down and get me upset. But since maybe the fact that it's so oblivious and it's going to happen, it's inevitable, it really doesn't faze me anymore. Because at the end of the day, if this is really what you want to do, you're not going to let anyone forward stop you doing it.
Right. I couldn't agree more. All right, Rachel, well, before I let you go, where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
I don't know. Hopefully still living it up in California, making ends meet and more, getting, like I was saying, those reoccurring roles, doing some more traveling, just really being happy with where I am with my career and making a name for myself, hopefully getting those big roles up on the IMDb page.
You're awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was great talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck.
It was great talking to you as well. All right. Have a good one. Bye.